You've probably heard about some recent legislation from Congress that has some people worried, but what you probably haven't heard is there's a mass movement of people breaking out of the modern slave system and reclaiming their sovereignty. Here are the steps that they and myself are currently taking. Most other countries have a similar process. Now, you probably feel like your own person, but the federal government doesn't see it that way. The first thing to do is authenticate your birth certificate to take ownership of it. First, check the state where you were born or naturalized. Request your long-form birth certificate and look up the authentication or apostille process on their government website. Depending on where you're born or naturalized, every state has a little bit different process. Once you have your long-form birth certificate, you're going to get it notarized by a county or state clerk and then authenticate it at the state level at your Secretary of State. After that's done, you can go online to the Department of State to download DS4194 to authenticate your birth certificate at a federal level. As an extra step, you can also submit an affidavit of ownership of your all caps name to every level of government. Now you own your corporation, your straw man, and you can use it to interact with this world of commerce. Start learning the law. States.americannationals.org is a great resource. Then you can look into the process of becoming a state national or state citizen. This is how it was before the Reconstruction era of the Civil War, when the federal government basically enslaved everyone with the 14th Amendment when they created the U.S. citizen. Now, what are the benefits? Well, you can become a secured party creditor. Now you're starting to remove yourself from the jurisdiction of those who would have authority over you. As long as you're not breaking Mosaic law, so as long as you're not hurting someone or harming their property, you are free. Now, if you do this, it's a lifestyle. You need to understand the law. You need to understand your rights. Most authorities have no idea what the law is. You might even expect lawyers would know this, but members of the Bar Association do not know this unless they have done their own research outside of their education. It's very similar to the institutionalized rhetoric of medical authorities, actually. Lastly, look up House Joint Resolution 192 and look into the Uniform Commercial Code to really see where this leads.